I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs. I've made some bad rhyme. I've acted out my life on stages, 10,000 people watching. We are alone now. I'm singing my song for you. Gonna love you like nobody's ever loved you, come rain or come shine. As high as a mountain, deep as a river, come rain or come shine. I guess when you met me, it was just one of those things. Don't ever bet me, I am gonna be true if you let me. Oh, you're gonna love me like nobody's ever loved me, come rain or come shine. Happy together, unhappy together. Whoa, that'd be fine. Days may be cloudy or sunny. Yeah, yeah. We're out of the money. I'm with you always. I'm with you. Rain or shine, I am with you. Rain or shine, shine, shine. On a clear day, rise, look around you. You will see who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star. You'll feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore. And you can hear from far and near a world you've never heard before. On a clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and ever and ever more. On a clear day, rise, look around you, and you'll see who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star. You'll feel part of every mountain shore, and you can hear from far and near a world you've never heard before. On a clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and ever and evermore. You'll feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore, and you can hear from far and near a world you've never heard before. On a clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and ever and ever and ever, evermore, evermore. A song for the women. What did I have that I don't have? And what did he like that I've lost track of? What did I do that I don't do the way I did before? And what isn't there that once was there? What did I get a great big lack of? Something in me then he could see then beckons to him no more. I'm victim of time, obsolete in my prime, out of date and outclassed by my past. What did he love that there's none of? What did I lose? The sweet, warm knack of. Wouldn't I be the late, great me if I knew how? What did I have I don't have now? Where can I go to repair all wear and tear till I am once again me? Previous me, what did he like that I'm not like? What was that charm that I've run dry of? What would I give if I oh know how, still knew how? What did I have I don't have now? Tell me, what did he see that's God in me? What isn't there that once was there? What did I have I don't have Nice, how nice, how nice. Good evening. Thank you so much for deciding to be with us tonight. It's lovely to be at this beautiful theater. Is this not a beautiful theater? But before I go any further, I must apologize because I was a tad late this evening because traffic was hell. I just had to go through the 50s, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 20s. Little Broadway, little Hollywood, television, and more than a few marriages. And I'm still standing. Well, I want to tell you the truth. I am here this evening because recently my phone rang and it was PBS calling. And they wanted to know if I'd be interested in presenting a concert based on my life and career. And I said, are you sure you understand what you are undertaking? It took me 30 seconds to say yes because I love everything that PBS does. And more important, I thought that my performing my work on PBS was a wonderful idea and a great way for me to introduce my grandchildren to what their grandmother has been doing all of her life. Because they're a little young to remember Dynasty. To tell you a little bit about me, first let me explain something to you. I was born in the Bronx. Bless you. Yes, and I'm very proud to say that I was born in the Bronx. I don't know why I'm proud to say that I was born in the Bronx, but I think it is a wonderful place to be from. And I also attended a place called NYU for a minute. Oh, my heavens, welcome. Should I believe you? Okay. And while I was living in New York, I wanted to be in show business. I've always wanted to be in show business. The very first thing I said to my mother is, I've been chosen to play Pinocchio. And she said, get Jiminy Cricket if you can, it's a better role. She helped me with my crepe paper costume, and it was the beginning. It launched my career. But even as I appeared as a contestant on a show called Chance of a Lifetime, do you remember that at all? You? Okay, 6 people on the chance. It's all right. It's okay. Can't remember everything. Actually, it was the original American Idol, and I won. And the prize was a 2-week engagement at the Latin Quarter, which was the most incredible nightclub in New York City at that time. And it was owned by Barbara Walters' father, Lou, and he was a wonderful man. My parents were not pleased about this at all, this nightclub business. They thought, oh, my heavens, it's not what we wanted her to do. She'll be exposed to nightlife, liquor, men, and men. And I personally thought it was a hell of a good idea. And while working at the Latin Quarter, my phone rang. It was Hollywood calling, 20th Century Fox, indeed. And I was cast in my very first film, an adaptation of an opera written by Oscar Hammerstein entitled Carmen Jones. And after making my first film, oh, do you remember Carmen Jones? My heavens. You guys are older than I thought. That's wonderful. But I left Hollywood to audition for a new musical in New York. I was raised in New York, and anyone worth their salt had to do theater. You just couldn't say that you were a part of the show business world unless you'd done theater. So when this call came in, and I was asked by none other than Harold Arlen and Truman Capote to do a little play, musical, called House of Flowers. Well, I jumped on the plane and I ran back to New York, and on the way to the theater, I was dropped off, of course, at the beauty salon for a little hair trim, and I was so tired that I fell asleep in the chair, and when I awakened, they had cut off all of my hair. But I had to go to the audition anyway. I panicked and I even cried a little bit because I looked really like a little boy. So I walked onto the stage of the Alvin Theater. Very dark, but in the back I could see someone standing there in a white suit. And I heard him speak. And he said, "Diane, I love your hair." He was Truman Capote. And I got the job and the opportunity to introduce this lovely, lovely song. When you're in love and you are wondering if he really is the one, there's an ancient sign sure to tell you that your search is over and done. Catch a bee if he don't sting you. You're in a spell that's just begun. It's a guarantee till the end of time. Your true love you have won, have won. When a bee lies sleeping in the palm of your hand, you're bewitched and deep in love's long looked after land, where you'll see a sun-up sky with a morning new, and where the days go laughing by as love comes a-calling on you. Sleep on, bee, don't wake up, can't believe what just passed. He's mine for the taking. I'm happy at last. Maybe I dream, but he's see sweet golden as a crown. The sleeping bee done told me I will walk with my feet off the ground when my one true love I have found. Well, when that show closed, you're not going to believe this, but my phone rang again. This time it was Mr. Rogers, Mr. Richard Rogers, of Rogers and Hammerstein, Rogers and Hart. And he was inquiring if I would be interested in playing the lead in his new musical. I said, oh, I'll think about it. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't. And that was to be my first starring role on Broadway. I was just a little nervous, but thank God, so was Richard Rogers. It was the first time he chose to write lyrics as well as music. Creating a new musical without a lyricist was a strain. Unfortunately, Mr. Rogers and I, we both won a Tony that year. It was for the musical no strings. The sweetest sounds I'll ever hear are still inside my head. The kindest words I'll ever know are waiting to be said. The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see, and the dearest love in all the world is waiting somewhere for me, is waiting somewhere for me, is waiting somewhere for me. I don't know why I'm frightened. I know my way around here. The cardboard trees, the painted seas, the sound here. Yes, a world to rediscover, but I'm not in any hurry, and I need a moment. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. The atmosphere is thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness and the magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I've come home at last. And this time will be bigger and brighter than we knew it. So watch me fly. We all know I can do it. Has there ever been a moment? Has there ever been such magic? Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. We taught the world new ways to dream.
This show is so inspiring, and she's got such great taste, and she has such integrity and dignity. I was thrilled to be able to see it.
I brought my playbill from No Strings. I was there at the opening, and I had her sign it.
Phenomenal. She's an incredible musician. I couldn't keep my eyes off of her the entire time. Tonight in the show, I laughed, I cried, I giggled, everything. Every emotion was rolled into one. She's just a top-notch performer, and we need more performers like that.
You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring is sprung. Every time I see you grin. I'm such a happy individual the moment that you speak. I wanna run and play hide and seek. Wanna go and bounce to the moon just like a toy balloon, because you and I are just like a couple of tata running across the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring is sprung, bells to be rung, wonderful fling to be flung. Even when I'm old and gray, gonna feel the way I do today, 'cause you make me feel so hot damn, I feel so. You make me feel so young. Believe me, I've got a case on Nancy with a laughing face. When she speaks, you would think it was singing. Just hear her say hello. She takes the winter, she makes it summer. But summer could take some lessons from her. No one ever replace my Nancy with a laughing face. Aha! I have got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I would sacrifice anything, come what might, sake of having you near, spite of a warning voice comes in the night, repeats, yells in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. Each time I do, the thought of you makes me stop before I begin, because I've gotcha under my skin. I want you under my skin. Gotta have you under my skin. Next time you're found with your chin on the ground, there's a lesson to learn. So look around. Just what makes that little old ant think he'll move that rubber tree plant? 'Cause everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky. So when your heart is feeling low, you just don't know what the heck you should do. There goes another rub. There goes another rub. There goes another rubber tree plant. Come fly with me. Come fly. Let's fly away. Well, if you can use exotic booze, there's a bar in old Bombay. Come fly with me. Come fly, let's fly away. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near, you might hear angels sing because we're together. Weatherwise, it's such a groovy day. Just say that word, we'll beat the bird to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon. They do say, come fly with me, come fly, let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away. I'm coming over here just for a moment. One of the nicest things that I will always be very grateful to Mr. Sinatra is that he was alive when I was alive. I'm just happy to have been in his aura. He shared a lot of things, and believe it or not, he was extremely parental with me. And I like that. And I will always remember him for that. It was good to have a very powerful Uncle Frank. And didn't he teach us how to carry a torch? No one could carry a torch like Frank Sinatra. I learned everything about carrying a torch from Frank Sinatra. Because when it hurts, really, you learn from it. The torch I carry is handsome. Yes, it's worth its heartache in ransom. And when the twilight steals, I know how the lady in the harbor feels. When I want rain, I get sunny weather, just as blue as the sky. Since love is gone, can't get myself together. Guess I'll hang my tears out to dry. Dry little teardrops, my little teardrops, hanging on a string of dreams. Fly, little memories, my little memories, remind him of our crazy schemes. Somebody said, just forget about him. I gave that treatment a try. Strangely enough, I got along without him. Then one day, he passed me right by. Oh well, I guess I'll hang my tears out to dry. do everything around here. What did he used to say? This is a drinking song. It's 2:45. No one in this place except you and me. Set 'em up, Joe. Got a little story I'm sure that you know. I'm drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. Make it one for my baby, one more for the road. I've got the routine, put another nick quarter in the machine. I'm feeling real bad. Joe, make the music dreamy and sad. This torch that I found has gotta be drowned, or it soon might explode. Ooh, make it one for my baby, one more for the road. Yeah, that long, so damn long road. Spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray. Step right through the heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in that city that never sleeps, to find I'm a number one, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in that city that
Dean Snyder, for 20 years, the last 20 years, Diahann Carroll's conductor. That must be a lot of fun. She seems like she'd be great to work with, Dean.
It's extraordinary. It really is. In fact, when I first met her, it was in Atlantic City in 1990. She had another conductor at the time who was with her for 30 years. I've actually been her musical director for the last 7 years. And it's been some of the most exciting times and just wonderful experiences. And we've been through a lot together. She's a wonderful friend and confidant, and somebody I can trust, and we definitely enjoy working together.
Hi, I'm Kay Ballard, and you're lucky to be watching Diahann Carroll. What an artist, in every sense of the word class, with a capital K. That's because I don't know how to spell her. She really is the best.
You know, Diahann Carroll has been my friend for many, many years, and professionally, she is one of the most gorgeous, gorgeous ladies, extremely talented, very versatile, and I just love her, and I'm so happy that she's still here and doing all these great things for great causes. Stay tuned.
What do you think of Diane's version of the Sinatra medley that she does?
She's absolutely wonderful. I admire her for doing it. And I can remember that Frank and I used to be at his house, and he would say to me often that he was so happy that there were people like Diahann or myself who would continue his legacy of music long after he was gone. Yeah. And I'm happy to see that Diahann.
That it's still happening.
And yes, it certainly is.
This lady, it has it all. I mean, she's got quality. She's got gentleness, she's fun, she has elegance and an inner beauty. You know, it all comes out on stage and on the screen, and she's just a great lady.
The last part of the show is going to be very interesting. We're opening with a song called Moment of Truth, which actually Diahann had done in an NBC television program back in the 60s. So we revived this arrangement courtesy of UCLA Archives. And I revamped the arrangement and rearranged some things musically, and it's just going to be dynamite. You're going to hear Some of These Days, which is a perennial hit with everybody from the Sophie Tucker days and that whole era of music, and Diahann brings quite a fire to it.
If you hear music when he's near you, Christmas comes every day of the year, and then you most know you're through dreaming. If the moment of truth is near, if every time he glances your way, a million bells start to ring loud and clear. After one kiss, you yell Mayday, then the moment of truth is near. There will come a day when he looks at you, thrills you through and calls your name. That will be the day when you say I do, because you've discovered that you've grown tired of playing that game. And then you both know you're through scheming. Promise Me starts to sing in your ear. You're wide awake now, you're not dreaming. Oh, when you say I do, and he knows it's true, the moment of truth is here. There will come a day when he looks at you, thrills you through and calls your name. That'll be the day when you say I do, because you've discovered you've grown tired playing that game. And then you both know you're through scheming. Promise Me starts to sing in your ear. You're wide awake now, you're not dreaming, because when you say I do, and he knows it's true, the moment, that moment is right here. Another part of the world. Wait a minute. You're so young, you don't even allow me to breathe. Old people must breathe. I cried the day you left me. I still don't know what kept me from jumping off the highest bridge I know. I said my poor old heart was breaking. I felt lower than a snake. That's just about lowest you can go. I finally stopped my drinking. I fell down, started thinking, it don't pay to relive yesterday. Well, I tried to hide my sorrow, started living for tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna make it all the way. What she say? Well, now you hurt me and abused me. You took advantage of and you used me, and I swear it almost made a wreck of me. When I needed your devotion, you were never in the notion. You were colder than an iceberg in the sea. Love to you had lost its splendor. My pride went out the window. You left me, I kept begging you to stay. Yeah, but now my heart is healing, and I got this real good feeling, and I think I'm gonna make it all the way. Oh yes, indeed. My troubles came in bunches, and I kept rolling with those punches. You'd shoot me down, I'd get back up again. I tried to be your lover. In no time I did discover that your loving cup was not for me to win. Ah, your kisses weren't the same. I kept trying to fan that flame. I just couldn't fake another day. Well, you can't blame me for trying. And now that I've stopped crying, well, I think I'm gonna make it all the way. Oh. I tried my best to fake it, but a smiling face don't make it. In my heart, I knew there was no hope. Each place reminded me of the memory of your love. I'd come right to the end of my rope. Ah, but that's when I met my new friend. He's just a passing through friend, but he treats me like love is here to stay. I said it's working out real well now, and you may go to hell now, 'cause I think I'm gonna make it all the way. I said, I think I'm gonna make it all the way. I know I'm gonna make it all the way. You know, tonight I've been talking a lot about, well, my professional relationships. I've been thinking about them, even if I haven't been talking about them. And personal relationships in my life. After all, if you really want to know, and I have been asked, what is your real name? Well, my name is Carol Diahann Johnson, and then it's Diahann Carroll, and then it's Diahann Carroll Kaplan, then it's Diahann Carroll Glussman, and then it's Diahann Carroll Damone. I've had a very interesting life. International and interesting. I've had 4 spectacular marriages. I really have. A few of them died. But we enjoyed our time together. They were tumultuous and endearing and loving and thrilling, delightful. Never too long, you know, never too long. Go see what it's all about, and then you, go someplace else. Actually, my first marriage was the most important, and I think the best marriage for me. He was a wonderful man, New York businessman. His name was Fremont Kaplan. I have a great affinity for the Irish. And Mr. Kaplan, also known as Monty K, was fascinating to me as a youngster because he had a wonderful place in the 50s, 60s. New York City, it was called Birdland. And we loved to go there. And he had the nerve to say to my mother, I'd like to marry your daughter. And my mother said, okay. He was fascinating. And my second marriage, well, I'm really not sure what that was all about. I wasn't busy that weekend. And we went for a lovely boat ride, and I said, okay. And, okay, so the third marriage. Who asked you? He was a lovely man, Robert de Leon. He was brilliant and beautiful and slightly younger than myself. And of course, I'm for that too, yes. Yeah. I think it's a wonderful thing. My fourth husband, his name was Vito Rocco Farinola, and you know him as Victor Mon. And we had a lot. He was lovely. He was a lovely, 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 because he loved music, and I loved music, and he loved to cook, and I loved to eat. It was just, we were a package made in heaven that went straight to hell. And you know what I mean. Happens to many of us. Unfortunately, you know, marriage does not come with a manual. Emmanuel is not a boy. I mean, a manual. I wanted to see if you're awake there. Because it was really my intention to stay married forever. I wanted to. I just didn't know how. And I loved the whole scenario. It was a motion picture for me, really. Children and a husband coming home in the evening, and he's saying to me, "Hi, honey, I'm home." And I said, "Hi, honey. Yeah, I've been working all day, and I just got home, too. Where should we go for dinner?" And that's not a joke. It's a very difficult thing to do. I really learned that most men like their wives to cook. I remember Vic kept showing me that kitchen and showing me that kitchen and showing me that kitchen. Every time he did that, I'd buy a new appliance. Finally, I got it straight. I said, "Oh, you want me to do something in here, like cook." My name is Dominique Devereaux, and I do not cook. Well, as you can imagine, things began to go wrong. But always the problem is when it's time to say goodbye. Finding the right way to say goodbye is just something that can't be done. I used to think it was an art and that if I lived long enough, I'd learn how to do it. I've lived a long time and I've not learned how to do it. It's very painful. And if you loved each other when you married, you can't believe you're standing there saying what you're saying. We are going to part. We are going to part. Where do you start? How do you separate the present from the past? How do you deal with all the things you thought would last that didn't last? With bits of memories scattered here and there, I look around and don't know where to start. Which books are yours? Which hopes and dreams belong to you? Which are mine? Our lives are tangled like the branches of a vine. They're intertwined. So many habits that we'll have to break Yesterdays we'll have to take apart. One day there'll be a song or something in the air again to catch me by surprise. You'll be there again. A moment in what might have been. Where do you start? Do you allow yourself a little time to cry? Do you close your eyes and kiss it all goodbye? I guess you try. I don't know where, I don't know when I'll find myself in love again. I promise there will always be a little place no one can see, a tiny part within my heart that stays in love with you. You know, just to change the subject a bit, every time I boot up my computer, that subtle change there, guess what I see? I see a picture of my grandchildren. They are on my screensaver. And even though they live on the other side of the world with my daughter and her husband, we talk to each other by way of Skype. I don't know what the hell that is. As long as I can see my grandchildren, I don't care what it is. And it's wonderful. They're 10,000 million miles away, and they're the most gorgeous, delicious, the most brilliant. She's 7, he's 9, he's driving a Porsche. She has just a little Mercedes convertible. And the wonderful thing is that as we're talking to each other in real time, my granddaughter is just a tad confused because, as you can see, I might be a little bit bigger than life. And to her, I can do anything. And she looks at this machine and she says, Nana, come out. Come out, Nana. You know, we're having ice cream, Nana. If I could do that, oh, but I can't. I want to tell you, having grandchildren is the best thing in the world. It's, I don't know, nothing tops it. And for those of you who don't have any grandchildren, I suggest you get some, you know. The best thing to do is, I think you should just rent some out of the tree of life, or just pick me a plum. You came along, everything started to hum. But it's a real good bet, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, won't that be fine? You think you've seen the sun, you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway, wait till our lips have met. Wait till you see that sunshine day, nothing like it yet. The best is yet to come, won't that be fine? Ah, the best is yet to come, the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine, I'm gonna teach you to fly. We've only tasted the wine, we're gonna drain that cup dry. Wait till you charms are right for these arms to surround. You think you've flown before, you ain't left the ground. Wait till you're locked in my embrace. Wait till I draw you near. Wait till we see that sunshine place. Nothing like it here. The best is yet to come. Won't that be fine? The best is yet to come. The day you're mine. Come the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine. The best is yet to come. You're wonderful. You're having drinks at my house. Let someone start believing in you. Let him hold out his hand. Let him touch you and watch what happens. Want someone who can look in your eyes and see into your heart. Let him touch you and watch what happens. Cold, no, I won't believe your heart is cold. Maybe just afraid to be broken again. Let someone with a deep love to give that deep love to you. And what magic you'll see. Let someone give his heart. Someone who cares like me. Cold, I won't believe your heart is cold. Maybe just afraid to be broken again. Let someone with a deep love to give that deep love to you. And what magic we'll see. Let someone give his heart. Someone who cares like me. It's a lovely old song. Lovely. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Some of these days, from the sublime to the ridiculous, you're gonna miss me, honey. Some of these days you are gonna feel so lonely, and you'll miss my hugging, gonna miss my kissing. You'll miss me, my little honey, when you go away. I feel so lonely just for you only. I said, you know, honey, that you had your way, and you leave me. Don't you know it is gonna grieve me, but you will miss your skinny little mama. Some of these, when you leave me, I know it's gonna grieve me, but you will miss your skinny little mama. Well, some of these days, some of these days, some of these days. Oh, you like that? Okay. Just sing along with me, please. Okay? When you leave me, I know it is gonna grieve me, but you will miss your skinny little mama. Some of these days, some of these days. You are fantastic. Thank you so much. Oh, please. I'm so glad I came here to Palm Springs. You make us feel wonderful. I want you to help me thank, please, the people on stage who really have worked so hard over these last few weeks. Please help me thank the Pat Rizzo Orchestra. You were fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wonderful. The gentleman that follows us on rhythm wherever we go, he comes from the East Coast, and we've learned to forgive him for that because he's so brilliant at what he does. My drummer, Mr. David Mead. Mr. Mead. Mr. Mead. And I have to thank very much a young man that we found on a little lily pond. He was so young, we had to have his mother sign a piece of paper that he could travel with us. And he's been traveling with us for a very long time now. And I think it's marvelous to have watched him grow up. I think one of the things I have learned is that when you're older, you really do need younger people around you. If nothing, younger people, just a bit younger. If nothing else, except to remind you what you used to look like. You don't. Don't be shy, you know what the hell I'm talking about. I adore him, he's wonderful, he's one of my children. Please help me thank Mr. Dean Schneider. So proud of him. I have a daughter, and she's a lovely creature. And sometimes she surprises me. She introduced me to a wonderful song a few years ago. She said it was one of her favorites. It's written by Peter Allen and Carol Baesega. I find the message very interesting coming from my daughter, so I sing this to Suzanne with love. I'd rather leave while I'm in love, while I still believe the meaning of the word. I'll keep my dreams and just pretend that you and I were never meant to end. Too many times I've seen the rose die on the vine. Somebody's heart gets broken, usually it's mine. Don't want to take the chance of being hurt again, but you and I can't say goodbye. If you should wake, find me gone, my darling, carry on. You see, I need my fantasy. I still believe it's best to leave while I'm in love. Too many times I've seen the rose die on the vine. Somebody's heart gets broken, usually it's mine. Don't want to take the chance of being hurt again, but you and I can't say goodbye. If you should wait to find me gone, my darling, carry on. You see, I need my fantasy, and I still believe it's best to leave while I'm in love. I still believe it's best to leave while I'm in love. In love. I just cannot get in. Sit down. Sit down. I just not get into the car and run away and say nothing. I am here because of many friends who worked very hard to make this a reality. I'm going to thank Mr. Lane, Jeffrey, Mr. Casey of J&J, and all the Kims backstage, and everyone that worked so hard to make us say, okay, she has no business doing this at her age, but we're not going to tell her. We're going to see if she can pull this off, you know? Well, I think I love you. I love you. I've always loved you. I love you. You've made me so happy. And it's 20 minutes before my 75th birthday, and I couldn't be happier about anything. I love you for making me so happy. Thank you. Come back and see me on my 85th birthday. Some of these days, from the sublime to the ridiculous, you're gonna miss me, honey. Some of these days, you are gonna feel so lonely, and you'll miss my hugging, gonna miss my kissing. You'll miss me, my little honey.